Trump says he'll go against Iran again without question if they did this. Let's go and check it out immediately. This is a suggestion via a channel member. Let's jump into it, guys.
Well, as we wait here for President Trump at the White House to speak, a House divided over who leaked the low-confidence preliminary assessment of Iran's nuclear facilities.
But history shows almost all leaks come out of the executive branch.
The low-confidence preliminary assessment that was leaked, sadly and dangerously, probably from this body.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, guys, you know it's internal.
let's bring in Fox News chief political
Like it's someone who is there in fact, but has no literal confidence in the person that they're working for. That's the fact.
analyst Britt Hume. Britt, good to see you. Happy Friday to you. A lot of finger pointing going on in Washington, which is pretty par for the norm. The president blames Democrats for this leak as the White House really wages this war on the leaker, and they want to prosecute this leaker as quickly as possible. How confident are you that we'll ever know who the leaker is? Because we're still waiting to find out who the leaker is of the Dobbs decision.
I mean, bro, we're still waiting for information from the Epstein list.
That's right, Aisha, and there have been a lot more leak investigations than there have been leakers found, and a lot more leakers than leakers investigated. So, you know, they may find out who leaked this, but I don't think it matters very much.
No, it doesn't.
What
Not really.
mattered, of course, was the play that the story got. A very preliminary report, rated low confidence, and it dominated national news for several days because media outlets picked it up and ran with it and treated it more seriously than I think it manifestly deserved. So that would be my point of contention here. And, you know, the administration has criticized the media about this, and justly so, I think.
Well, it's interesting because Congress finally got its classified briefing that it had been begging and pleading for. Democrats came out of it, not opposing, that this facility was in fact destroyed. In fact, they were arguing over the words that are being used to describe what happened to this facility. So Chris Murphy, the senator from Connecticut, said, "I just don't think the president was telling the truth when he said this program was obliterated."
Total obliteration.
Britt, does it matter what language you're using? The program has been set back.
Well, the program has clearly been set back, and whether it was set back for months, years, or forever is of some obvious interest.
Obviously.
But there's a broader picture here, and I don't think we need to pay a lot of attention to the Chris Murphys of the world. He's a diehard anti-Trump partisan who says all kinds of exotic things, and I wouldn't pay him a lot of mind. And I think we need to look kind of with a broader lens here at the situation in the Mideast and well beyond. For example, a year ago at this time, Iran was on its way to building a nuclear weapon. How close is anybody's guess? It had its robust military forces in place. It had its feared Revolutionary Guard command structure in place. It had proxies located all around the Mideast, Hamas and Hezbollah being conspicuous examples of that. And today, it doesn't have any of that.
That we know of.
And it also had allies in the world, Russia being the most obvious example. And look at Russia, if you will, in the wake of all that has happened in the Middle East, in the wake of the fall of the Assad regime, which was an ally in Syria, an ally of Russia, a country to whose rescue Putin and his regime had come before. But this time around, they're too tied up in the situation in Ukraine to do anything about it. Similarly, Iran is hit. Obviously, wouldn't the Iranian regime love to have had some help from its ally Russia, whom it's been supplying?
Hey, listen, I think Iran would have absolutely loved to have some type of, allyship, type of thing happening. But guys, I mean, I'm not sure Russia is that foolish in this case here, right? I mean, if they're expending a gigantic amount of their resources in the Ukraine, I'm not sure that they would then turn around and say, you know what we're going to go ahead and do? We're going to go ahead and protect you against the United States of America, guys. Not very plausible, wouldn't be very intelligent. I don't think that Putin would be that silly. He's silly.
Drones and other military equipment.
Not that silly.
Russia didn't lift a finger. Neither did its friend in China, which gets its oil from Iran. They didn't do anything either. Mm-hmm. And one of the important things I think
again, bro, why would they want to?
Is whatever ends up being the final battle damage assessment from this bombing, the fact that the United States could pull it off and could travel there unseen, undetected, and unshot at by the Iranian regime and do what it did on top of what Israel had already done is astonishing. And I think it rearranges the chessboard on the international scene in a way that, the whole 12-day war does, in a way that I never anticipated could have happened this quickly, this soon.
I want to quickly play this soundbite for you from the president today in the briefing room. It kind of got overlooked, but he called the Ayatollah a liar because, he's spinning this to his own people, trying to say that Iran won this war with Israel. And then this is the president saying that he would bomb Iran again if it had to come to that. Watch this.
If the intelligence reports conclude that Iran can enrich uranium to a level that concerns you, would you consider bombing the country again?
Without question, absolutely.
I want to get what you make of that, because I think what you're saying here is that the story that's getting missed is what this has done to Iran, the corner that it has put Iran in, where it has no friends, it has no allies, and it's in a pretty bad bind.
Yeah, guys, they definitely do have friends. They definitely do, in fact, have allies. Let's just be honest here. But the problem is that their allies are not going to step in against us, right? Seriously, guys, if it would have been anyone else that would have done this other than anything that interests the United States of America, mainly Israel, right? If it would have been anything other than us and Israel, they would have, in fact, been there to their rescue, bro. Let's just be honest here. They just have no interest in stepping up against us.
Well, the other thing is about what the president said, Aisha, is we've proved we could do that. They didn't see it coming. They didn't think it was coming. They couldn't do anything about it. They never got off a shot. I'm not even sure their systems could see the B-2 bombers coming.
No, bro, like on their radar, it would have looked like it was a B, guys.
Israel has proved that it can take out their air defense system, which it had already done some time back, and that it could knock out much of their ballistic missile facilities. That's something that presumably Israel and its ally, the United States, could do again if necessary.
Okay, so this thing has been basically in action. Let's say they've been practicing it and focusing on it since the year 2010. So, wow.
And obviously,
Obama was president.
Then the Ayatollah comes out and talks about this being a great victory for Iran, and how he slapped the United States across the face, or however he put it, was palpably ridiculous, particularly in light of the extreme competency and proficiency shown by our military at our base there in Qatar, when they fired, 14 rockets at it, and none of them got through.
Well, we will see.
I think the international chessboard has been reset probably for some time to come.
Absolutely, and we will see how long the Ayatollah can actually hang on to power in that.
Okay, guys, they're ending it now here. He just mentioned the nonsense and the random, let's say the garbage that was basically spread within the nation of Iran after they lobbed a couple of missiles towards our base in Doha, and obviously they told Qatar that was going to happen. So what happened? The base was evacuated. And then they symbolically lobbed multiple missiles at the same rate that they were hit by the United States of America. That's basically it, guys. It was all symbolic. Then obviously the Ayatollah goes back to the nation and says, we did all this craziness with our own missiles, and we won, and we're winning, and all this other nonsense. Guys, it's just all nonsense. Believe nothing that's coming out of there, bro. Do not. Who do I not trust more? The Ayatollah or Putin? Probably the Ayatollah, guys. I'm going to be honest here, because he just says anything consistently. Nothing more than just random nonsense consistently. But all right, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. And of course, we will follow this story as it progresses. All right. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.